Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back from MagFest and we're ready to 999. We're starting at 558, which has a digital root of 9.
Yes, it does.
Hell yeah. God, we're geniuses. Anyway. Oh god, where's the game? I feel like it does this to me every time though.
Don't worry.
There it is.
There it is.
Hang on, it's really been bothering me that it's not exactly the right size. Well, I've been just like looking at it. It's like a tiny bit too small.
Great.
There, perfect. That it'll show up.
Okay, great.
It'll show once they talk.
Perfect.
Okay. Great.
All right,
now we can go.
Jump back
Just
into
in
it.
case everyone's forgotten, last time we went through several escape rooms. We had a really long talk about ice while we were in a freezer.
Oh yeah, we talked about.
We
stuff
definitely
that
didn't
wasn't
die.
Ice.
Santa burned his hands on some grill like a fucking idiot.
Yep.
And then we made it to this weird hospital room and we found all our friends.
Yep.
Everybody's here except for the dead guy. He is dead.
I mean, we don't need him. He's like an ass.
We don't need 9. Who needs 9?
Yeah, 9's the wild card. You don't need that person. Still alive.
Oh yeah, that's right. We left on the blood screen.
All right.
Why did we do that?
Very good.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading this. He felt sorry for the 9th man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive. That was really cheerful to start up again on, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
We did great.
There you have
Oh,
it.
shit.
Our half of the story.
What? I forgot what you were saying.
Okay.
I think they told them everything that happened in, like, their escape rooms.
Got it.
For a moment, Junpei was silent and thought. Then he spoke.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
Oh, yeah, and we
You
can't
looked
get
all
through
over
any
this
of the
room, but
doors,
you couldn't find anything.
because none of the
So
scanning
you
scans were
figured-
working.
that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
Makes sense.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Oh, that's new.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Oh, that was us. Never mind.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case?
Why?
You're
We've
right.
been here the whole time.
Huh, there's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something, probably electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't.
No. Fuck you.
Put in the card key we picked up.
There are plenty more hospital rooms, but
I think we
Nothing
used all
else.
the keys that we got, didn't we?
Oh, did we? Okay.
I think we did.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however.
Blind man found it.
I was able to
That's
get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
Great.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
Didn't we get something that has an astro sign on it?
I think we used
I
everything
wonder what
that
they
we
all
got.
mean.
Oh, okay.
I'm not confident, but I'm pretty sure we did. Maybe we got like a key card. Because we got the door, we got the key to open the door into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the door out of the kitchen.
Right.
Was there something? Did we get something else?
Don't remember. I'll have to open up my.
Objection!
Oh, hello.
I forgot to
Objection.
turn it down again. Hi, Segway. Thank you so much. Hopefully you'll be able to stay one of these nights, but I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the VOD. We will make it fun.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Uh,
For a moment, everyone was silent, deep in thought.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room?
what's
I mean,
the
I
deal
I
with
thought this was a
hospital
cruise ship,
rooms?
but I can't
love
imagine a
this man.
cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Why not?
Of all the people, it was 7 who answered, and with calm confidence.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The gigantic?
What?
Junpei looked confused.
That's so silly. The
So did everyone else.
everyone knows the Gigantic. Knock off Titanic.
What is this gigantic?
7 knit his brow for a moment, then began to explain.
The Gigantic.
That was the end of the explanation.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
This isn't real, right? I've never.
I never remember which parts of this game are real. Hang on,
Actually,
I'm gonna
the
Google
Titanic
it.
had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship.
Okay, there was
At some
a
point during
sister
the
ship
war,
to
the
Titanic,
Gigantic
but
was
it's not
damaged
called
by a
the
German
Gigantic.
mine in the
Okay,
Aegean
great,
Sea.
'cause that sounds really dumb.
Close segue. It's called the Olympic.
Okay. And there's one sister ship.
Yes.
Okay, so he's saying there was two, and one was the
One
Gigantic.
was the gigantic. But
Okay.
that's not true.
Okay.
Oh wait, there were two. No, sorry, I lied. Segue. There were three. The other one is called the Britannic.
Oh, okay. So
There was the
Titanic,
Olympic, which was built first, and then the Titanic, and then the Britannic.
And so it's the Gigantic is what they're going with.
Yes.
The fourth ship. Okay.
Apparently, they all had tragic endings. Uh-oh.
Great.
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk.
There was a ship called Gigantic. Oh.
Oh, yeah?
She sank in only 58 minutes.
Oh. That's...
She was the largest ship lost in World War One.
Oh.
So there you go.
What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic.
As trauma does.
So we bought a boat.
Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought this ship?
This is all very silly.
Yeah,
No, this
at
is
least
very
I think
serious.
I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down. Just pay attention.
Shut the fuck
What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured...
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
You?
Well, I mean...
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare.
I mean, at this point, it's looking like, do I need proof? I'm spitballing ideas.
Yeah, this was just an ideas time.
I'm
This wasn't a...
I'm not betting all my eggs on this hypothetical scenario where we're in a ancient boat. Not that it matters at all.
He scratched his head for a moment and then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Same. Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Junpei was, he felt, legitimately shocked by what seemed to be new and very important information. Everyone else, however, seemed unimpressed. In fact, they all looked at Junpei as though he had said something very strange. As evidenced by the fact they're all looking
Your
at
point
you.
being?
Decided to
What?
revise his attitude for the next question.
Does everyone in here have amnesia or something?
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know?
Everyone nodded.
Why?
Didn't know what?
That he was missing his memory.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
Oh.
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the
This
stairs.
is what you get for getting out of your escape room last, you loser.
Oh.
I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
Oh.
What?
Then almost as to save Junpei from further embarrassment.
Oh, good. We only have 9 hours left.
Huh.
No, it's 3 a.m.
It
No,
sounds
no,
like
it's
the clock
always
in the
9
main
a.m.
stairway.
We have 9 hours left. Always.
They really could fuck you up with that.
Until the 9th time it
How did
rings.
we hear that clock from here? We've come pretty far.
They just have all, like, identical clocks in every room.
Junpei counted
Carefully.
each chime carefully.
So careful.
10,
Oh, never mind. They only went to like
11, 12.
3 for you. I was like, it's not
12.
3 a.m. already.
It's
12
midnight.
a.m. Ah.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We
6
don't have any
upside down
time
is
to
9.
screw around.
There are 9 clocks. I would believe it, honestly.
That's super valid.
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
I don't know, by being helpful and trying.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, you're being supremely unhelpful with
We've
these...
looked everywhere in this
Queen.
room.
Yeah. So, with
That
these
only leaves
demeaning
one place to
nonsense
look.
comments.
One?
Well, not just one.
Nope.
Not,
Didn't match.
not what we said. I guess you could check under the beds.
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
What?
Don't
else are
freak
we
out.
doing?
We've already searched 4 of them.
4 rooms?
Like 20.
And we have to search 5 more for 9.
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece,
There's a lot.
we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
Why
There
are
are
we going off
48
script,
other
fam?
rooms.
Her earlier experiences had apparently not encouraged Lotus to trust Seven. Seven scratched his head awkwardly.
Just maybe?
Why are we going off script right now,
yeah,
guys?
this is drastically different. I mean, not the message is the same, but I feel like we've had like 5
Everybody's
differences.
improving.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Everyone knows where they're going to search.
Yeah, we cut out all the boring shit where everybody argued about where they wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
But we'd have to keep in the shit where everyone says yes. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft.
We'll all meet up when the clock
We're on a
goes off
boat.
again.
What? A whole hour?
That seems dumb.
How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah, the super
Yeah.
noticeable one.
Sounds straightforward enough.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
This shouldn't take you an hour.
How
This
many
should take
rooms are there?
even like all right. I'm assuming the 6 rooms are roughly the same size as the room that we
The crew quarters?
the crew quarters. Yeah.
I guess you do have to want to be like pretty thorough.
It'd take you 5 minutes.
There wasn't that many
Maybe.
hiding places.
Yeah, you just have to open all the drawers.
Maybe like
I
rip
hope
the
we can
sheets
find them
off
within the time
the
limit.
bed.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
I don't
Right.
know that there's a plan B here, guys.
Wait. Okay. You divided 48 by 8
Mm-hmm.
to get 6 rooms each.
To be clear, Seven did not say that he knew that there were 48
No,
rooms.
sure. But he approximated. That's fine. I will point out that 6 of those rooms are being dedicated to a blind man.
Yes, this is true.
Terrible plan.
You can like
Feel around? Not to say that, you
I
can't
feel like
do
someone
that.
should go with him.
Yeah, someone should go with him. Let's divide this by 5, and he can go
And
with
he can
Clover.
go with Clover.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a hole in your plan.
Then let's do this.
Nobody thought of that.
No, I guess not.
The details decided they left to begin searching.
He's just, don't worry guys, I felt around. I
He's-
didn't find anything.
He's just been so capable, possibly the most capable up to this point, that no one thinks about the fact that he's blind.
That's super fair.
However,
It was an escape room. 6 of them.
oh no, it did take a whole hour. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's a 1. I better get back to the others.
I've only gotten through 1 room.
Yeah, he's gonna eat and actually make it through all of them. Everyone's dead.
Yep. The darkness has taken the room.
He jogged through the entrance to the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Did no one
6.
come to get you?
Well, it did just go off. They had gathered in front of door number 8.
We're missing somebody.
Yeah, you're missing somebody.
So, where's
Luckily, they put them in number order.
where's the blind man, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
He probably couldn't find. He probably got lost.
Oh no. Perhaps to be accurate, they'd gathered in front of the red next to door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
What weirdos! Had one of them found the missing piece?
What
and not
happened,
told
guys?
me, like an asshole? It was Jude who answered him.
Jumpy, look!
She was pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Immediately he knew what she had meant.
Vacant.
Yeah.
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
He's so
Well-
done. Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths
What
shut.
the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know.
When I got back, it was already like this.
Why is everyone being cagey about
I
that?
don't know.
It is pure nonsense.
There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right. It's in there. What about the other two?
They're the same.
Let me take a look.
We have to independently verify.
It's just as you said.
Holy shit, you were right!
Wow.
Satisfied they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned for the others.
All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None.
Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Wait a minute.
That was what he noticed. What the hell's your brother?
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean that he found them?
I've no
As
idea.
usual, the most
There's nothing to
capable.
suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah,
Super
well,
fair.
that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Don't know why we sent him off alone in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
No! That's impossible!
Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing! He can get around as well as anyone who can see!
Okay,
Sorry.
calm down.
Chill.
You didn't inform us that your brother is Daredevil.
So he couldn't get lost! That's impossible!
She sounds like she's about to break down. And I feel like you just need to go find your lost
Clover
brother.
started to shake and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. Same. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes. Good job, everyone. You
I'm
made her
gonna go
cry.
look for him!
Yeah, because he's lost. How about we all find him?
The words were
Nope.
barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Alright.
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait.
Why? Why wait?
Because, I mean, maybe people shouldn't be running off by themselves
We should
anymore.
all be going with her.
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Wow.
Well, that didn't work. Damn it.
Great try,
What should we
Junpei.
do now?
Doing his best.
Well, the red is working now.
Look
We're
at all the
not
women
gonna
looking at you
leave people
disapprovingly.
behind.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Thank you, Acorn.
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Then
Santa's
remain
all
here
over.
if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've
Yeah.
only 5 hours left.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another and took off at a run. What an asshole.
Yeah.
In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up.
We should start
Let's split up.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
never
take
mind, he
this
came.
direction.
Alright.
Then I shall look that way.
Thank you for not
I'll be over
clarifying,
here.
everyone.
See you all later.
Where are you going? Those two were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
The sound would echo probably very well
Yeah,
in
honestly.
this building. You should just be shouting.
Just yell.
He's got very good hearing, allegedly.
Apparently.
Yes, let's go!
Okay, girl, God.
Where should we start?
Calm down.
The rooms. The only place he would logically be.
Let's see.
Where do you want to go?
The hallway with all the rooms.
We should go check out that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
You guys aren't splitting up for some reason.
I mean, good.
Oh, it's Ace.
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Do you want to interact with him? I don't know.
Let's go.
With June in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he
Ah,
couldn't reach them.
hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can.
Where the fuck did
For
Clover
Clover's
go?
sake.
Yeah, also concerned
Right.
for her.
June's face looked kinda enraptured.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd to Junpei.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Okay.
Now that you mention it.
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but he could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
So that pissed them off?
At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible.
Okay.
The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
At June's urging, they left.
Okay.
Found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later.
Okay.
Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best to clear his mind.
All right.
Alright.
Where should we go next?
So
Where else
Ace
should we go?
was
Weird.
weird.
Everyone's a little weird.
So, like, he thinks they look alike.
Or he just...
Or he knows about them.
He might know about them, or he just doesn't think it's weird that they don't look like each other. Like... He had some weird reaction to that specifically.
Yeah. Huh.
Let's go check out the first-class cabin.
Okay, I'm coming with you.
Picking their pace and headed for B-Jack.
Alright.
I mean, girl, you don't have to come. Inside the first-class cabin, they found Clover.
Oh, great.
She was standing in front of the wall, Blair Witching it. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. I was mostly kidding, but...
Are you alright?
Are you all right?
Oh.
He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but...
You and your brother don't look alike at all.
Yeah, that's weird, right? You can think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated.
How about we're gonna do our best to find him?
Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
Alone.
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
Ranger.
Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone!
Duh. Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
I thought she was talking about her favorite movie, The Lone Ranger.
That's what I say when I see Junpei.
Yeah.
Just looking at you, just pissing me
Go
off.
away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
You're not doing a very good job of finding your missing blind brother.
She's having a breakdown.
She
Junpei
needs
was-
to get it together.
Junpei was taken aback.
We've all been kidnapped and are being in a life-threatening situation. Get it together.
Fuck. Such anger and hate. June's eyes have gone wide and surprised as well.
Why are you still here? Did you hear me?
We're doing something productive, like
Huh?
looking for
Fine,
the
forget
lost
it.
person.
If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
All right. Let's go, June.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
And I'll just cry.
They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over her shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face.
Man.
Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed.
Good on her.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
He did his best to push away the misery and depression and forced a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next?
Okay.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a
For
look.
fun, let's go gamble. They turned and headed down the hallway. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Damn!
What is this again?
Everyone's so mean to each
Everyone's so hostile for no reason. I understand you're under a lot of stress and you've been kidnapped, but it doesn't make any sense for you to be openly hostile to one another right now.
Oh,
She's not
by the
helping.
way, I've got a proposal for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Care to
She's
hear?
being hostile by not helping, and Junpei's not helping.
Hang on, she's got a proposal for us.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it.
Let's just
Why
go
don't
through
we
one of the
team up?
doors.
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Is it? We're together 11, so that's 2.
Yeah, we don't
And
have to.
She's
She's 8,
8, so then we have to go through a number 1 door.
which we don't have.
We don't have.
One.
We don't have a 1 door.
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital route would be 1.
Just in case you
Great.
But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Duh.
Who?
I mean,
Anybody.
well, you can't add Snake. So
Yeah,
you
he's
have to
gone.
add. You'd have to add the 7.
Yeah, you'd have to get 7.
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
listen, I
the digital
appreciated
root
it.
of
I'm shit at
26
math.
plus 6 equals 8.
And the 4 of them could go through the number 8 door.
And you should calculate the digital root of your damage when you're rolling damage.
I will
D&D.
kill you.
Yeah.
But
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace,
Oh,
Snake,
they're
Santa,
fucked.
and Clover.
So that's 1, 2,
3 and 4.
3, and 4.
Because we're 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. So that's
That's
6, 10. So they'd be fucked.
they'd be fucked. Yeah,
Well, why don't you add them up?
that was simple
1
enough.
plus 2 plus 3 plus and 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room.
We did just
right?
go
Of
over
course
it.
I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
That seems unlikely.
Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
We also couldn't get out the 9 door.
Yes. Well, is there any way to like leave?
I guess
Somebody behind
Human
me,
and I and 7 could get out.
Is there a way that she
She
can get out?
couldn't. So what would we need to get her out amongst the
8.
3 of us?
8 plus 5 is 12.
So 12 is 3. So then with June. Oh, okay. So then you'd leave behind. Wait, no. 8 plus 5 is 13.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
Sorry, I said 12.
So that doesn't work.
That doesn't
8 plus
work.
7 is 15. That's 6. So that doesn't work. And 8 plus 6 is 14. Which is 5. And 5 and 7 is 12.
Bitch, what is your plan?
Yeah, what's your plan? You can't get out
You
the
can't
Mountain
get
Door at all, actually. I think the rest of us could leave your ass.
Yeah.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get
Oh,
off the
never
ship.
mind.
The
Again.
4 of us couldn't open door 9.
We keep preempting their argument.
Yeah, 3 of us could now.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
The risk she
That's
put
right.
is calculated, but she's also
Unless we
bad.
bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Let's scratch the back of her ear.
Oh.
She
Well,
didn't get that.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said. Nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Right.
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right?
You don't know that not the 9 door doesn't follow a different rule, though.
The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3
I mean,
people
you've no
will get
reason to
left
think
behind.
it would be, but you've no reason to think it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it doesn't make sense to assume that only 5 of you can get out. It doesn't make sense to.
except for the fact that, you have to. kind of assume it's gonna operate the same way with the red and the validation. And...
Sure. So they would go through first, and then the rates would fall off. But there's nothing.
At one point, we had a very long conversation about the orientation of people we would need to get everybody out, and basically my response to you was, "Hope no one dies."
Sure, I think you can get all 8 people out in this specific circumstance. I think you could do a 3 and a 5.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Assuming the whole door thing.
Yeah, which is a super fair thing to assume in the circumstance.
The moment you said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
Also, based on the wording, it implies that there might not be just one 9 door, even though it's very likely there's only one. They said seek a door with a 9 on it, which there might be multiple, unlikely, but
Wait just
possible.
a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
That's what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond
Is
him.
that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Lotus's forehead furrowed.
You think I could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about.
Alright. Basic arithmetic?
Yeah, how I can't do math, or just have no foresight.
Right.
Junpei and June turned to begin walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Sure. She's not very good at math, and she's also
Kind of a bitch.
kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless,
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
Go talk
let's
to
just
Ace
focus
and his
on finding
inability
Snake for
to
now, okay?
Notice differences between siblings.
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
All right. Where should we go next?
I don't know. I don't think anything will happen if you go back.
Let's go back downstairs. Oh, nobody's here.
Oh, sorry.
Snake, of course, is nowhere to
Let's
be
look
found.
somewhere else.
But where?
Okay, I think you're probably done.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
Damn, this did not work out.
Yeah, oh well.
They turned and headed back towards the large hospital room.
Hey, wait. That's...
On their way to the large hospital room. That's they're in the large hospital room. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door, which
Yeah,
is in the large hospital room.
They noticed him while they were on the way, but now that they're here, he's here too.
Santa?
We noticed him from outside the room while we were walking in.
Junpei paused. What do you want to do?
So I guess we're gonna talk to him.
Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you
Why would
wonder
you
who
call
the
it
hell
guts?
put it back in here?
Obviously, we're curious about that. That's why we're looking for Snake. We're assuming he did it right now.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
true.
it probably isn't the case. It's probably
Well, I'm
dead.
curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head.
Probably Lotus.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
You think maybe it was Lotus?
Do you think it was Lotus?
They say the
She
first
arrived
person at the
first.
scene
That's
is the
true.
most suspicious.
That's true.
And she also is, like we just said, kind of a bitch.
Kind of being a snake.
Yeah, that's possible. You don't have anything else to suggest she did it, though. Might as well just suspect everyone.
Okay, you asked.
No. She had opportunity. That's a very valid reason to suspect someone.
Junpei furrowed his brow.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Could have been Zero, but I didn't want to say that because it sounded kind of dumb.
Santa grinned.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did
Could
something
be.
to Snake?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment.
The reevaluation? he is incredibly unclever.
Yeah, actually. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful.
Why?
The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
This would make sense if the game, you told me a little bit about some of the future
The
games.
Prisoner's Dilemma.
Yeah, in some of the future games of the Prisoner's Dilemma, this is valid in that circumstance. In this
This
one,
is more collaborative,
it is
honestly.
super collaborative. You just enter the digital route and you go through the door.
Bam! We need each other.
Yeah.
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Why are you happy about this?
Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly.
Great.
Where would they go? Alright, I think you're done. They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
Great.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
Yeah, you weren't looking, bitch. Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke.
6?
And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here.
Not counting her
We need to
own.
get moving.
Oh, so Clover is here.
I would assume Clover came back too. Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying.
He
Snake
could.
seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal.
She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
What?
Ritually sacrifice.
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors.
Because he's not here. I think if
Correct.
you, I think if you were all here, you could.
You could.
If we
but
split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left
You didn't have
behind.
to say sacrifice.
Yeah.
If we
No,
split
no,
into
she
2
did.
teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind.
Why would 3 people be left behind? It's split into 4.
But if we split into 2
I don't
groups
think
of
the
3
numbers work
and
out.
leave one person out,
Like you can't get
then
through the
only
doors.
one person will be
Okay.
left behind.
Leave behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Now, are you ready to do some math real
Yeah,
fast?
I'm not sure that's correct.
I wasn't quite sure that was true.
He's not
Wait
good
a
at
minute. 2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go through door
Surprise,
7.
she's actually good at math.
1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
What's the digital root for that?
3 plus 7 plus 8 is 18.
Wow, you're
add
so
1,
smart.
8, 9.
I'm over here going like,
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right? That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere. That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but
Yeah.
the result will always be the same.
Yeah? You're sure of that?
It doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. You'll see.
this is why she wasn't looking. She was sitting here thinking about this the
Doing
whole
that.
time.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get
Deal
back to
with
my
it.
proposal, we only have to sacrifice 1 person if we split into 3, 3, and 1.
I mean, in that case, it has to be a specific person.
When Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then, you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
All right, honey.
I told
All right,
you, that's
honey.
impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you 2.
Stand a step between Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
He's
Exactly.
totalitarian.
That's how democracy works.
It's actually not.
It's
how
not.
democracy works.
And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote.
Democracy actually works by bringing the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest single plurality that has the, you know, if you can get the majority, it's the greatest amount of happiness to 51% of the population. So the 49% that got outvoted, they don't get to be happy at all.
What do you think?
Well, I mean,
No!
you
That's
can't
terrible.
vote, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
damn, okay, jeez, don't talk to my girlfriend that way.
What about you, Santa?
Alright, let's leave you behind.
Me?
That's your girlfriend.
No,
I agree.
Lotus.
Oh, Lotus, okay.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2.
Oh, we're just
7.
voting on whether we're gonna leave. Okay, I
can't
thought you
say I
meant
agree
voting on who.
We don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna
I
die.
thought it was gonna be like Total
Glad
Drama
to see you
Island.
again.
Or like
If I can get one more
Survivor.
vote,
Yeah.
then it's
We
decided.
vote people
What
off.
about you, Clover?
Clover don't care. Clover moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus's proposal.
Hey, Clover.
Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors.
That's fully false.
We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
No.
Actually, no.
Actually, no. That we could have simply not found him. He could be in any one of the 52 rooms in the hallway.
Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay? If we sacrifice
She's a
one
fucking
person,
snake.
then
Oh,
we
yeah.
can go look for him.
100%.
You agree with me, right?
Okay.
I don't think her vote counts.
No.
The motion carries.
Didn't even ask anyone else.
No.
Not that I guess it would matter, but
Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
Ace had barely spoken for Lotus's entire speech, and everyone jumped a little. 6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him. He didn't seem to notice or even care.
I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
What? So his plan was to take... But you can't go through a room with just 2 people, right?
No, yeah, that's what we're saying. It has to be 3 and 3.
Right. So, if he hypothetically hid Snake's body, he wouldn't be able to go through 3 by scanning just 2 of their
No.
doobobs. If he took the 9 amulet off the dude's corpse, he'd be able to do that.
But you do still have to go through the door.
Yeah, he could take 3 bracelets through the 3 door, and then scan all 3 books.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He could take his own, he could take
Well,
Snake's, and he could take number 9 guys.
You don't know where Snake's person is.
He looted it off of his corpse, is what I'm saying.
Oh, hypothetically?
The logical conclusion to jump to here is that he killed Snake. You wouldn't... No one in their right mind would volunteer to die in this circumstance. You
Yeah,
have to
so that's-
argue about it. So, this sketchy fucker...
Unless he realizes that it's the only way. Which I don't know if it is because I can't do math.
This guy doesn't scream altruism to me.
To you?
No. Yeah, in this
In
circumstance...
his, like, black turtleneck.
Yeah, no. In his double popped collar. I guess he doesn't just have
It's
a
a turtleneck and a popped collar.
And the too many belts.
No, you don't have enough layers.
Yeah.
It's not your time.
No, I mean, yeah, that's true. He's got 2 layers. That
I
means
know,
he
that's
killed Snake.
not...
But no, yeah, it doesn't make sense for you to volunteer in this situation because you should talk it through more likely. You could be like, all right, well, who's gonna get through the 9 door then? Like, we should walk
Yeah.
this to its conclusion.
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
He has the complexion to maybe be her dad.
Do you think?
I mean, it just
June's
they
voice
have
shook and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her. Ace simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Okay.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you.
burst
I
with
believe you'll come back for me.
Okay. So yeah, he's full of shit for sure.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you, once you've escaped, come back and rescue me.
Alright.
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time.
Finally, Junpei can hold his tongue no longer.
Why are we assuming we could?
We've only got 5 hours left.
That's a long time.
We don't even know where the hell we are.
Valid.
How on earth are we gonna find someone to come
What if
and rescue
you're
you?
actually on a boat in the middle of the ocean?
Then in that case, once we exit out the 9th door, the bracelets will deactivate, and we can just... Or the bomb deactivates, more specifically. And, I don't know, rappel down?
Swim.
Yeah.
Swim for it.
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind?
Oh shit, not your girlfriend.
Oh.
Ace's voice was dignified, without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no
You
rebuttal.
see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion.
Because they haven't said whether the bracelets are what is important, or like it is a hand scan thing, like you need fingerprints.
I believe the bracelets kind of act as like a detonator.
Right, specifically with these scanners. I know that they're important to the bomb, but in order to get through a door, you put your hand against it, and it's the hand with the bracelet on it. But they haven't shown whether you can just put a bracelet
Oh yeah, no, they haven't.
from a corpse that you...
Nobody's
looted.
tested that.
Yeah, but I mean, logically that would work. So he would probably be able to get through the 3 door with 2 looted bracelets.
Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me.
Absolutely.
Go, quickly.
Well, if you see him later, then maybe you know what happened.
Yeah, or I know if you looted the bracelet off of 9, you have the... I think you're the only one who can go through the door if we leave you behind. Because
Yeah.
2 and I guess June could, and I guess
Yeah.
I could as well.
Well,
But
you know,
neither
you
of
know
us. But yeah, but neither of us went through the room that 9's bracelet was in.
Yes.
So hypothetically, he would be the only one. who
Technically,
could.
I think it's possible to loop back around at this point, but you didn't have time to do that.
Oh, if you can loop back around,
I think,
then
well,
we
you
can
went to the
come-
casino.
Yeah, we can come rescue this guy then.
Well, you don't know if this part's gonna loop back
Oh,
around.
I guess. The elevators imply that it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just unlock the elevator and help him through it.
Yeah, I guess, you know, it's iffy because it's not a for sure thing, but
Yeah.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision, unable to move.
Come on, bud.
June bit her lip so hard that Junpei feared she'd break the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm in the loop. Devin tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hand.
No, not the beanie.
Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
This bitch.
Yeah.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may
Old
be
man
my
just
age,
wants a
but I
nap.
get tired so easily these days.
Okay.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds.
Why not on
Why not on the bed, you lunatic?
Okay.
What a weirdo. There's beds in here.
Yeah. Okay.
From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. It was almost as if the ship were screaming.
Okay.
Would it really hold until their time limit was up? Alrighty, D-Deck was flooded.
There's something fucked up with that. The ship would still be sinking, and the water was stagnate. It was stagnant.
Yeah, it's maybe implied that he can, like, there's like a door
Use
on it or
magic
something.
to-
No, not use magic.
Like seal off a deck. There
I
was
always
like
thought there might be like a door that he can open and close to put in more water.
the window exploded.
Yeah.
That's not something
You
can
closed
super
the door to
easily-
that room, don't worry.
And the water still came through it.
Just don't, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't think
Alright.
about it too hard.
Don't think about it too hard. Well, I'm just saying that doesn't really make sense at all. Like,
Maybe you're in a small lake
Unless
and there's only not a lot of water.
unless it's built with like submarine doors.
That's what I picture, honestly.
But we didn't see any of those.
No.
You like the hallways and the door frames have to be specifically constructed for that.
But were you looking?
Yes.
Okay.
You'd have to go through that door to leave. So
Yeah.
and you'd be the one to close it to stop the water from coming through.
Listen, Junpei's not the smartest, the brightest bulb in the shed.
Alright.
In the sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Unsurprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first. That bitch.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
As if a spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once.
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
I guess if you could like hypothetically remotely close Junpei's room. Because I don't know if that was the only place where the water was flooding through.
I would assume it was everybody's, but
none of the other doors were open.
maybe there are cameras, and once Zero saw that you got out, he closed a door over your window.
I guess.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
Alright.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother.
Wait! All of you! Let's just calm down.
Wait, we gotta
there
go.
has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
His words sounded hollow and fake.
Fine! Forget about it! I'll figure it out on my
Aw,
own.
your first fight.
Aw.
She spun around and ran towards Ace. He had slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm and pulled.
Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here.
So them together is 7.
Yes.
So if he
7.
had the 9 bracelet, even without Santa's 2 bracelet, they could go through one of the doors.
But then how many people does that leave?
That leaves 5, 7, which is 12, 8, which is 20, Santa, which is 23.
That's 5.
Which is 5, and
Lotus? You count Lotus?
Lotus, which is 9. So that wouldn't work.
Damn. Then it happened. Oh!
What?
Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold.
His body folded in half?
That doesn't look very folded in half.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Actually.
How would you fold in half?
Like
a boxer out cold? Like in the fetal
you just
position?
like crumple.
I mean,
I guess.
I mean, folded in half. I'm just imagining like your full spine breaks and your suddenly legs up against your head.
Ace!
Good. He's dead.
Fern cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
I'm giving a lot of hate for just like
What happened?
staying
Ace!
behind.
Oh no,
Say
she's
something!
so pretty! She shook him frantically. His eyes fluttered open.
I'm all right.
His voice was weak and slightly slurred.
How are you all right?
This.
He held out his left arm and slowly opened his hand.
A syringe?
What? Soporil? Did you like morphine yourself, dog?
And it was a syringe in a small vial. The vial was empty. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read Soporil Beta. Soporil Beta?
Soporil Beta. What does this do?
I don't know.
Did you use this?
Yes.
Heroin.
It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier. While we were searching the hospital rooms, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
I thought it'd be useful to, you know, drug one of you.
To drug some.
Yeah.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you?
He wants to
I'd
take a
like
nap.
to take a nap.
Alright, now.
Old man.
I really am. very tired.
And they took a nap on the ground, and then folded in half.
Yes. Instead of a fucking bed. Junpei knew that wasn't why he'd done it. Ace would inject himself with anesthetic to forestall Junpei and June's attempts to bring him along, which were stupid anyway, because he couldn't come.
Great.
He couldn't move, there was nothing they could do. He'd injected himself so they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace,
Is there something you want to say?
I've always hated you.
Yeah.
I'd just like to sleep a little. Could you
Okay, Grandpa.
keep it down?
no, don't, Ace, don't fall asleep.
Ah,
Whoa,
you feel
whoa.
warm.
Inappropriate.
So comfortable.
Get
I
your
think
girlfriend
I'll
away from
have
him.
Excuse me.
A nice
Get your girlfriend away.
dream.
Don't touch him. Ace's eyelids drooped further and further,
Yeah, get away from this creepy man.
almost as though he were dying.
I mean,
Ace!
if you
Ace!
OD'd on anesthetic, you probably would die.
She shook his shoulder again and again, but this time he didn't respond. Only the gentle rising and falling of his chest told them he was alive.
For now.
Junpei was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Let's get him up on a bed.
Oh, God, we could
Yeah,
have
just
started there. He lifted Ace up off the... You just lifted and laid him on a bed he'd been leaning against. So much for his plan.
Let's loot his corpse.
Take the syringe. When Junpei turned around, Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste,
Great.
right?
That's fucking...
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No.
You say something? Yes.
No, nothing.
No, nothing. Felt wrong, but he had to agree. And suddenly Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in
Duh.
that door.
I mean,
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
sure.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
That's not the way we would decide.
Yeah, we need to do
We
math,
need the
guys.
hypothetical options.
I want door number 8.
Great.
It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Great.
Cool.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
This isn't how this works,
I'll
guys.
take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
That's
First of all, damn.
not at all how this should be working.
Guys.
Okay. So, what?
Alright, Santa, if you are over here and you pick 3 because it's also the number of your bracelet, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
So dumb. What the hell is happening right now? Okay. Well, conveniently, they're picking 8 and 7, leaving 3 open. So
Well, I
mean,
bet you Santa's gonna say, I wanna go through 3.
You might.
What? What did you just say?
Wait, first of all, we gotta deal with this.
Sure.
Her face distorted by rage, Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
Kill him. She shot him a glare that would melt steel, then turned and stalked off.
Alright, who's next?
Then his gaze moved across to the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped on Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
What do you want?
I
Junpei's
mean,
mind was already made up. What do you want?
3!
Pick 3! Pick 3!
That would be really funny. I'm gonna pick 3.
3.
I want to go
3.
through door number 3. Nope, you can't.
Aw.
Why?
Oh no!
Because it's impossible.
Why? Why don't we just make one of the other 2 lunatics
Yeah,
not go
asshole.
through their numbered door? 7's only justification
Was
for going
doesn't
for
want
7
to go with
was
Lotus.
doesn't want
So
8.
can we make 7 come with us?
So if we have 7 come with us. I
No.
can.
Then we need like 9.
I'm 13. Adding those together is.
No, you're 5, so that'd be 12.
Oh, you're right. So it's 12. That adds up to 3. Then we just
We
need.
need
2
9.
more. That adds up to 9. We can
Yeah, but we
take-
can't have 2. We have to go 3 and 3.
Oh. Fine.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
Why?
Bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6,
Funny
7,
how that works
8.
out. Cut out the low
There are
numbers.
2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so... Oh.
Or 1, 2, 9.
That's it.
So
Of
wait.
course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
Why can't... Oh, because then the other team won't...
Yes.
They won't be able to get through a door.
Yes.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
Okay,
That's
well...
right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
I also did all this math.
Great.
Didn't forget to explain.
Option A, have 3, 5, and 8
All right, they're
go
gonna
through
lay it
door
out for you
7,
now.
Right.
and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7,
Aw.
and 3, 6, and 8
But I
go
wanted to
through
stay
8.
with June.
Oh shit.
Damn. It sucks.
So wait, you have to go through door number 7.
Yeah.
Unless there's another option.
Option C,
Oh wait, never mind, there's another.
3, 6, and 7 go
Shit.
through 7,
Damn it.
and 4,
Oh, but you could
5,
go
and
through 8
8
if you want.
get 8.
Okay. So I could hypothetically go through 8 if I wanted.
If you wanted.
She's the worst, so.
Those are the only 3 options.
Alright, you're getting
That's it.
split up from your girlfriend.
At least
Sorry.
if we want to get
Yeah.
all 6 of us out of here. Wait.
That was what Junpei realized. That we're gonna go through again.
Yeah.
But that means
There was one thing they all had in
5
common.
and 6 can never be
You
on the
can't
same
go
team.
with your
you
girlfriend.
pointed it out.
If we
Aw.
want all 6 of us to go through
Say
a
goodbye to
door,
Acorn.
then
Oh,
June and
no,
I can't go into the same
Acorn.
one.
June and Junpei have been friends when they were kids, just in case you fucking forgot.
Yeah.
He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship.
Great.
If he chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her.
Oh, yeah.
That's something he was prepared to do.
I guess.
Or will you
Mulled
sacrifice
it over enough, or
3
do you need more
people?
time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do?
But you would get to go
7
with your
or 8?
girlfriend.
Time to choose.
Junpei thought hard. After thinking it over, his conclusion was,
Take the risk? That is so funny. Oh my god, that is so funny. Sure, I'll go through 7. It's fine. There's only one option.
there was only one option for 8. I think 8, it would be you,
Me,
Lotus, and
Clover.
Clover. Yeah. Or
Versus this one I could go with some other people.
Santa, 7, and you, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or there were like 2 options for 7, but I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
Lotus is gonna go with
Fine.
you. So
Yeah, let's
I'll go
just
with door
first.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 8.
oh no!
Why?
June, were you not listening? June's face was blank and confused. Santa muttered to himself and turned to Junpei.
Ugh, Junpei, you figured it out, right? Can you explain it to her?
Okay, so, June, if we want all 6 of
Okay,
us to
so-
go through a door,
Junpei chose his words carefully. When Junpei finally finished, June looked as though she was about to cry.
Aw.
Oh no. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
A long time. These met back up. I mean,
It's been an hour.
I think it's gonna meet back up later down the line.
Yeah, imagine murdering 3 people just to continue to hang out with your girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
We should have done it.
No.
Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face.
That honestly would be so funny to do. It's like, yeah, kill 3, you guys. We're going through this one.
Who would you be taking with you?
So
Would it be Santa? I think so, right? That math checks. 11.
That gets me to 2. So I'd have to then take. No, I couldn't go 3 then in that case.
There's gotta be a way, right?
No, I have to go us 2. Next is to 2.
Hmm.
Then I would add.
He just said there was. I think it's 3. Wait.
Then I would have 7 and 3.
So Santa. So you
Yeah.
need both of them.
So I need 7, Santa, June,
June and you.
and that gets us to. Yeah, and that would be leaving behind Clover and.
But couldn't you wait? He just said there was a way to do it with 3. Because then you'd be leaving behind 3.
Oh right, he said 3, 4, 5. Well, that's
Oh, but that splits you up.
that's if you're doing it 3 and 3.
Right.
If I did want to go through 3, I would leave behind.
2 people.
Yeah, I could even
behind Lotus.
probably leave behind 1 if you think about it. If I wanted to go us 2 for sure, it'd be 11 to 2. If I then did 8, that's 10 to 1. And then if I did Clover and 7, that gets us to Clover and 7 together are 11. So
11.
that's 2. that gets us to 3. So I think if
So
I
you
leave
just
behind,
leave Santa?
yes.
Wow, that's a dick move.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you'd be able to drag that many people through the door. You
It's
know,
5
like,
people.
no, like, before somebody realized what you were doing.
Oh, sure.
Everyone would probably fucking gangbang you.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it would be the circumstance of I would have to leave behind Santa, but everyone else could come.
But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but he swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up,
Because we
but
won't.
only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember?
Yeah, we've
We got split
already
up then
done it,
too,
bitch.
but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I don't know. Shouldn't sound very hopeful.
I could look at the map.
I think the map only went up to this room.
What?
You could look at the map here. How do you go to the menu?
Yeah.
Menu. Map. You're in. No, not there. You're no. Go back. Go down. You're that. No, that's the casino. Oh shit.
Those are only like puzzle rooms, but like
You're
somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe you don't have this map, fam.
Oh, there's only one deck.
Yeah, this is B deck, so maybe we're gonna like change decks here.
Okay.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think
Oh,
so?
because there's gonna be more numbered doors.
Yeah,
you have to
we
make
can't
new
get out.
permutations. Yeah.
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9.
Yeah.
In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes. Promise?
Also, a major shout out to the June cosplayer who said hi to me in Artist Alley, and I was like, of course I know that June cosplayer, but I couldn't put like a person to it.
Oh, yeah.
So if that was you, thanks. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 8 and Clover can take 7. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
I'm fine with her. They're in their previous group, that's fine. He seems competent enough. Lotus isn't gonna do anything, so him and June can do it together.
Whatever.
More of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
Okay.
All right, we're ready to go then.
That leaves me with an entirely
Let's
new
move.
group.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun.
Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Clover, 7, and Junpei walked toward door 7. Bye, ladies. Santa, Lotus, and June headed for door 8. Oh, you didn't see the Zero Escape cosplays? I saw her. I think it was like day 1. I think it was Thursday. Also, hi. Good to see you. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. 7 took a deep breath.
You guys ready?
No.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
7's hand is so big.
It's clearly like a dock.
It's
or
open.
something.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them. 7 and Clover leapt through the door.
Let's
Don't
do
do
this!
Hurry!
The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped.
Why?
He looked to his right, towards door 8. June stood there, mirror image of Junpei.
You guys need to stop.
She turned and looked towards him. Their eyes met. They nodded.
June.
I love you.
Jumpy.
Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds. Like,
What the hell are you doing, Junpei?
Stop flirting with your girlfriend! Then someone took hold of Junpei's arm and hauled him bodily through the door.
Man, not often am I just upset with the main character I'm
He's
playing.
a little horny.
Dude, stop just for a second.
Aw, he loved her.
You need to not blow up.
He heard the sound of the number door slam shut behind him.
Right.
Stop eye-fucking your girlfriend.
Yeah.
His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
Only 81 seconds left.
Great.
No time to
We have
waste, guys.
plenty of
Let's get
time.
moving.
Seven led the way down the hallway. Junpei and Clover followed him as fast as they could. For what seemed like far more than 81 seconds, they reached the end of the hall. It
Look,
wasn't that
the
long.
door on the left. I can see the dead.
This is the same picture as we were just left. It faded to black and,
And then
faded back into this.
It did, it was weird. There's no time to rest or catch their breath.
It's exactly the same, don't worry.
All three slammed their hands in quick succession over the scanner panel on the dead.
It only took us 7 seconds.
It took you 80 seconds to walk 5 feet.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
like,
Ooh.
fuck.
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Still trying to catch his breath, Seven leaned heavily against the wall. Guys, it was 5 feet.
Stopped.
Steven.
It stopped.
Steven?
Yeah.
Same, me.
You alright, fam?
His smile seemed forced and a little crooked.
Your single tooth, okay?
He looks like a Professor Layton character to me.
Does he?
This is the mouth.
Yeah.
It's the mouth.
This is like it's like an old anime style
Yeah.
of mouth where the lips are like so weird and unsettling. He's just got the
Thanks for
one
validating me,
big
Wales.
buck tooth.
This is the second time we've gone through one of these numbered doors, but whew, you never really get used to it.
Alright.
He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat from his head and neck. Gross. Clover smirked at him like a fucking lunatic.
I would have thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Damn, girl!
What are we talking
Whoa!
about right now?
It's
He's like,
eviscerating
man,
him.
I'm never getting used to almost blowing up. And she's like, wow, I wish that you were not as much of a pussy for not blowing up. It's
Damn,
like,
girl.
what?
I thought you were, like, sad, but this was like a heel turn.
What is this conversation right now? Neither of you have the correct attitude, which is, fuck, this sucks. Let's
My
move
friend's
on.
just under a little bit of stress.
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
Fight,
You
fight.
have no.
Fight, fight, fight,
You
fight,
little... You wanna die?
I'd like to see you try.
fight, fight, fight,
he
fight,
would,
fight.
he would easily kill you. Like, the size of his hands, he could probably rip your head off of your neck.
You fucking brat! Alright, let's go!
Hey, calm down,
Jesus
guys.
Christ.
This isn't the time for this.
No, that's fine. Kill her. She's obnoxious.
It's not gonna do us
Aw.
any good.
She's the worst.
Hmm.
This is gonna be a fun puzzle room.
Yeah.
Junpei sighed. Sometimes he wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they faced.
Wait here for a minute, alright? I'm gonna go see if there are any other doors.
We are leaving them unattended? They're gonna kill each other.
No, please do. I'd love to come back to only one of them.
They didn't respond, but Junpei wasn't in the mood for a conversation anyway.
We just came through this door. And of course it's
Why
shut
did you
tight.
turn around?
What are we doing?
There's a short hallway on the
We're
left
looking
here.
for more doors.
And an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
Is this one hallway? Elastic gave up in return. I'm so confused.
I-
Seven was tapping lightly on the wooden door. I really
This
don't
door's the
think...
only option we've got,
okay,
right?
that might be a hallway.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Yeah, looks like it.
I still am not convinced it's
Hey,
longer
something's
than like 5
written on the
feet.
door. On that iron plate.
Open this door and you explode.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Okay.
Thank God.
Phew.
Oh
that's a
man.
relief.
Oh, I hope so. That would be great if we found some body parts.
Well,
I was getting hungry.
Clover was just telling you that you had no balls, so maybe you'll find some.
Yeah, I was getting hungry. We gotta get some body parts.
Yum.
Why are we... What is going on? Honestly, when he said operating room, I know that we just came from a hospital, but my first thought was, like, mechanical operation of the ship, operating room.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Something about it made Junpei feel nervous.
Assuming that we'd find body parts in a ship that has been so far fully abandoned is also wild.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
Seven grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. Creak of the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman. Thanks, Junpei.
Thanks. Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
It was that old woman.
I hate old women.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's
Old
just
women.
go.
A chill snake just way down his spine, like the caress of an old woman.
Ugh, gross. Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room.
Shakily, like an old woman.
Okay. Seven followed with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen.
Guys, you have to wash your hand first before going into the
Before going
operating
into the
room.
opera, we don't.
What the hell is
there
this?
wasn't a sink outside.
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover.
Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen.
And she died.
That was actually the axe murderer.
Yeah.
Her scream nearly blew out Junpei's eardrums.
It's Ace.
What? Clover!
He and Seven ran towards Clover to see what had frightened her.
Hey, what's wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear.
What the hell is this?
It's a dummy for practicing operating.
Is this a corpse?
Yeah. Guys,
Guy,
something that looked kind of like a human, lying across some sort of bed.
you know what looks kind of like a human? A corpse. That's why I said that. God. So, it's a crash test dummy.
Yeah.
And we're
No, not a bed, an operating table.
operating table.
The table sat on a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it from the ceiling.
We should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
You think it's not a real body? Slowly they approached.
You have to operate on it.
They got close to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
You can tell that immediately.
This is...
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Oh man, these guys are just not
We did
smart
not, this is
at all.
not the high-int room.
No, we put all the dumb people. I guess I did probably make a mistake by allowing June and Ocho
Ocho!
who are the people who lecture, to go together, leaving me just with the 7-int group.
Doll?
What's a doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. She hates dolls.
Yeah.
Slowly she approached the operating table and looked as intently as possible from as far away as possible at the thing. Junpei could see her relax.
You're right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
Did it?
She heaved a great sigh of relief and wiped a few drops of sweat from her forehead.
That's what
Seven
several
smirked.
tears.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut
Jesus,
it!
guys.
Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me,
Oh
short
my god,
stuff?
Just have them kill each
Yeah,
other.
bring it on, you whale!
whoever comes
Hey,
out
guys,
on top.
not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off.
Are you regretting choosing this door?
Yeah,
Jeez.
they're the worst.
Anyway,
I mean,
looks like he's got something the two of you
it's
could stand
mostly
to have a
her.
little more
She's
of.
super obnoxious.
Balls.
I'm talking about a heart.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
Junpei.
this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
That's a heart.
Uh-huh.
It's set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there can be no doubt it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you
Or
think?
maybe it's got more personal
Okay.
uses?
Wow,
Seven's grin was more than a little perverted.
great.
Clover glared at him.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
It's really funny that he doesn't show up if you're in novel mode. Junpei's supposed to show up there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think it must be a novel mode thing. Alright, welcome to the operating
Wait,
room.
like I'd see myself?
Yeah, like a little picture of you.
Oh.
Like an Ace Attorney style cross-examination like picture of
Oh.
you.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Dolls are really kind of creepy, you know?
It says something here. John?
Do you want to be J-Dog in this room, or do we need to do it?
I guess I'll be here though.
You think that's this doll's name?
Maybe?
This seems creepy.
What's on the bed? Medical mannequin is lying on the bed. Apparently his name is John. John Doe, guys.
Hey, I wonder what this thing is. It says KG on the display?
It's pronounced Kug.
Oh, sorry.
Scale? Oh, some sort of lid on this thing.
Let's try opening it.
Yeah, no handle. Can't get under with my nails either.
Let's go to view then.
The scale next to the operating table. Looks like a lid on the front of it.
Operating table. Do you think old operating tables look like this?
No idea. So, operating table. Medical mannequin clock. White clock. You can really focus on that white clock before.
I totally forgot how much night I needed slaps. Oh god. Another medical mannequin?
Most of it. This one's a chick.
She has a name too. Oh.
Lucy. Oh. Maybe it's not John Doe then, because no one likes Jane. John and
I think
Lucy.
John might actually be John Doe. Lucy might be a reference to like the first human found preserved. I believe her name was Lucy. Like they called her Lucy, yeah.
Okay.
After the Beatles song.
Okay. Huh. Looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm.
Maybe we're supposed to gather all our parts?
Sure. Some kind of device attached to the bed, says KG. Is it a scale? This bed doesn't look very comfortable. Old hard bed. It's not a piece of a scale attached to the bed. Lisa's head and arm are sitting on the table. Perhaps something will happen if we gather all of her body parts.
I gotta find her. They use these for surgery, right? These syringes, cups, a plate. Is there a scissor-ish thing?
A bunch of surgical tools on the table. One of them looks kind of like a pair of scissors. Forceps.
Poker? Are those scissors? They look kind of funny.
No, it's probably a pair of coaching forceps. Surgeons use it during operations. They pull blood vessels shut, keep the tissue out of the way. I know their specific term for some reason. We use to pull stuff out of small holes or something like that.
Okay.
Forceps, they can small holes and stuff. Alright. It's the operating, or the operator,
Yeah. That's how he knows.
yeah. What's this thing? It's got those short iron legs.
Maybe it's a heater?
It's nothing inside of it. Oh, it's probably a heater. Nothing in it.
There's a pipe going outside.
Hey, I know. Let's get through that pipe and escape.
Are you nuts? What the hell is wrong with you? Junpei, are you flexible like an octopus or something?
You don't know, maybe. Pipe going outside. Since it's not occupied, I can't get back. Pretty funny.
Are you stupid?
Okay, here.
Maybe you're supposed to keep something like that god to kill bacteria? There's a boiling thingy over there.
Nothing on the lid or the drawers. There's falling pool, sterilize that. Nothing in the drawer.
Nice. Ew, that's gross.
Chest. It's a woman's chest. Heart's gone. It's pretty hot.
If that kind of thing turns you on, Seven, you're a real creepo.
Chest of medical mannequin. There's a hole on the left side for the chest. Right.
Okay, good. I was right that was Lucy at the Scout Diamonds.
It's filling up.
Let's start taking them.
All those balls on the shelves. They look like medicine. They've got labels. The big medical words they don't understand. Like epinephrine.
That's a lot of medicine.
Ibuprofen. I wonder if one of these is a laxative. Yeah, it sounds kind of gross, but that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I'm sure everyone else had the same idea. If that's laxative, maybe we can crap out the bomb syrup. But unfortunately, damn it, I don't know what this medicine does what here. Yeah, attack the bomb with him. Moon partition, nothing special about it. Partition, so open the operating room. Medical mannequin and its guts showing.
Ew, gross.
Hey, Junpei, we're splitting this thing's chest. Yeah, sure is. Some in there. Maybe we can get it out. Damn it. Sticking through my butt. Stuck.
I guess you can't use force on this one. We need something small that can fit into that little hole.
Oh, item. I did it.
You want to make organs. So we took the organ thingy out of the chest thingy.
It's a lug, not an organ thingy.
This part here on the back, it's all rubbery.
Right. Think organ, of course, it is big. What's heavy gravity? Yeah, it feels like there's something in here.
You think we can cut through the rubber part? I think the whole thing, basically. Okay, I don't know.
Open.
One of the organs is missing. Organ?
Really, Clover? I expected more from you.
Oh, like you could do better.
Well, if you pull out the lung on the right, there's still more stuff in there. Man, you're kind of...
Damn!
You say something? Okay.
That's so mean.
It is mean.
Ah, here we go. That's a lot of surgery stuff.
Some scalpels, a few pairs of forceps, some syringes. All this is recipe useful though.
Hey, there's a scalpel here that looks new.
These guys, this game acts like rusty tools.
Are not
Suddenly lose
useful.
sharpness.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they get a little less sharp, but not like unusable levels of sharp. Scalpel. Scalpel, it's not rusty. Seems like it's play here for a reason, huh?
Do you think it's telling us to cut something?
Maybe the key is inside one of you.
Oh shit, that's some dog
Yeah,
shit.
I do. It literally happens in Saw, actually.
That's a scalpel.
Probably because I'm soft like this girl. Scalpel.
That's a scalpel.
What about 7?
He looks more like a scalper.
You guys are jerks. Scalpel. I probably cut things. Not anything too tough. Let's try cutting this open with a scalpel. Oh, an organ key! We can use this to wind
There's a key
the
in
organ.
this organ.
Oh, the key is an internal organ. This is some Saw shit.
Honestly, yeah. Great.
Okay, great.
Now we can have that for whatever.
There's a scalpel, of course. It's all rusty, but... I guess we'll do it first time.
Yeah, you gotta go outside. Oh, awesome. That was locked before. Oh, my God. Hey, Junpei, think there are any floats on this ship?
Huh?
Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them.
Salt, huh?
Think 7 would shrivel up if we put it on him?
Hey, you say something?
No.
All salt? The label says salt. Nice. NaCl. Na-sodium. Cool, it's chloride.
So salt's made up of 1 sodium atom and 1 chloride atom?
Yeah, is that me or... yeah.
No, that's me.
That's on the show.
Just a reminder. Alright. Junpei has a bottle of iron powder on the shelf.
Beh. I didn't know it's iron.
The label says Beh.
Beh.
Beh stands for iron, right?
It does. No, iron. It says fat at the bottom.
Iron is fat. It's a molecule with only 1 atom.
It's fat. With only 1 atom, it's the molecule. What? Oh. It's... okay.
He's doing science.
No, so, yeah. I guess in its natural state, iron naturally has multiple atoms that join together.
I
into a
think
molecule.
so. MagFest was great. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Really, really enjoyed it. It was cold
It was
as
cold.
heck, but it was really enjoyable. We got to actually be in the snow while it was snowing.
Which we don't get to do often in
I've
California.
only had that happen
Very exciting.
twice before, so that was really awesome.
Something stinks.
In this bottle, it says NH3. Of course that stinks. It's ammonia. It smells like piss. It's all ammonia on the ship. It's NH3 on it. It is nitrogen, and it's nitrogen.
So in other words, ammonia is made of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms.
Hey, Junpei. This dihydrogen monoxide shell. It's one of the most dangerous things in existence. Too much of it will kill you. Why don't you just say water? It's bottled water in the shell. It says H2O. H2O. H must be hot. O stands for orphans. H2O must be two hot orphans.
7, Jesus Christ. 7, is your head okay?
That's really funny. 2 hydrogen orphans and 1 orphan. Down spray nozzle says CO2 and filter carbon dioxide. Goes for carbon dioxide, let it say CO2. This is oxygen.
So carbon dioxide is made up of 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms.
Right. Okay, with table. I wonder, do people mix medicine on this thing? Okay, table is in the room.
Uh-oh.
Right. Blue liquid.
Looks like there's something inside that bottle.
Why don't you try pouring some on the cap? Why not?
What's that? Bright blue. Think it's alien blood?
Yep. Where the hell did that come from?
You were the one that said 2 hot orphans earlier. Then what do you think it is, 7?
I don't know, some sort of special bath soap?
What a boring guess.
Oh, blue liquid.
Hello! Great to see you at number 2. We're doing really well. I hope you got home safe and everything's all good. Looks like there's something inside that bottle.
Why don't you try pouring some on the cap? Why not?
That is bright red. Do you think it's blood?
Yep. No, blood's thicker than that.
What is it?
I will combine red and blue.
No. To make purple.
Make purple. This thing will open. Is it locks?
Why didn't you put in the passcode? I mean, geez. They've even got a keypad on there. How much more obvious can you get?
Only have the 3 numbers. This for enter and C for clear. Once you press the number, press E. If you mess up, press C. Okay. So salt is NaCl. Iron is Fe, so it's 1. Salt is 2.
Oh, you found the ethanol.
Okay, so carbon dioxide is 3, ammonia is 4, NH3, and ethanol is... Todd, do we just remember what ethanol is?
No, it's probably in here somewhere.
Let's give it a shot. No.
It's probably in here. What did we not click on?
Oh, good stuff. Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? I'm talking about that bottle. You don't want to drink ethanol.
Don't drink ethanol, kids.
It says C2H5OH, right? That's ethanol. I wasn't gonna remember that off the top of my head.
That's okay.
That's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. It's pretty much what booze is made out of. It actually isn't, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you do not just put
I don't think you just put ethanol.
ethanol in a fluid and say that's booze. I'm pretty sure it's a different type of alcohol. So, you gonna drink it? No, well, you might say that was on the label, but it could be anything in there. Okay. What was that? C is carbon, H is hydrogen, O is oxygen.
So basically, ethanol is made of 2 carbon atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms, and 1 oxygen atom.
That's right. So, 349.
I think so. Yeah. Arm.
A fake heart.
Clark, this thing's super creepy.
This ain't good for the heart.
The right arm of the body. Kind of creepy.
Do you think we should go back?
Hang on.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Clover nodded and left. Maybe I was about to follow her when he realized 7 wasn't following suit.
Hey, 7, what's up?
Oh, well,
He looked up at Junpei distractedly and then back down at the brown bottle he held cupped in his large hands.
Is that a medicine bottle?
I got curious
No.
about it. Here.
In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei.
It's meant for glycerin.
Yeah. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's right. CDT.
Tartar sauce.
What kind of medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Okay.
Definitely
Why would they have
we just
something
wanna
like that
toss.
here?
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Clean what up?
Blood.
Fuck if I know. Still,
Mood.
Fuck if I know. I don't know.
I don't know.
looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
Junpei looked up from the bottle.
You remember something?
Yeah.
Seven nodded slowly and spoke.
I used to clean up bodies for the mob.
Well, I remember a story about EDT.
Okay, that's not.
Happened about 50 years ago.
It's not your memory.
There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before.
Okay.
But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building.
It's just gonna associate with the one where it's like, we couldn't crystallize this one chemical, and then someone crystallized it, and then all the chemicals crystallized it.
Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the
Okay.
crystals turn into a hydrate, though,
Time for
it's
today's
useless as a
installment
cleaner.
of what Uchikochi's been reading about.
Yeah.
The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless.
That doesn't sound very efficient. I feel like you'd probably find
But it
use
didn't
for
end
them.
there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere,
Right.
even ones nowhere near that first
Answer?
American
Yes.
factory.
The crystals started learning about how to make themselves useless.
They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. Now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate.
Open
In fact,
rebellion.
ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal.
Wow.
Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like,
Nude.
how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting
Junpei's
information
like, I've
in a way
heard
humans
this
couldn't
shit
perceive.
before.
This phenomena spread throughout the world. Right.
Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly. But
Wow.
how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
Weirdly, like an hour
the freezer?
ago.
What? The freezer?
Yeah, June told me.
Junpei told Seven the story he had heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day glycerin began to crystallize. And the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absentmindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space as if he were trying desperately to focus on something far away.
Do you?
Want to be more specific?
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice.
Suddenly Seven's eyes shot open.
9. That's the game we're playing.
Yeah, 9, 9,
Yeah, I
9.
remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Alice.
Who's Alice?
Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature.
The one that June told you about. The Egyptian princess.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
It came clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about.
Why would you I mean,
Oh, wait, did they not tell you that yet? I definitely thought that they mentioned
no,
that.
they did.
Okay,
No, yeah, I remember.
well, I don't remember if they said they started calling her Alice. I think. Otherwise,
they?
we were about to find out right now. Sorry, I thought June said that earlier. He ran his hands across his face and took a deep breath. My bad.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history.
Thank you for
adding maritime.
Thank you.
Like, honestly.
Yeah, saying maritime.
June was
accident.
way over dramatic.
It's like, it's the worst thing that ever happened, and it's like, no. Worst maritime accident in history is possibly true. I'd give that to you.
What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
No.
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right?
Again, everybody knows shit.
What?
Yeah,
It was
you
a
didn't know
cruise
that?
liner, just like the Titanic.
Duh.
Why was a cruise liner sent to pick up dead bodies?
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors.
Idiot.
The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett.
Oh my god.
You moron.
What is
Everybody knows that.
this? Everyone knows that. That's
So McKay
common
Bennett showed up on
knowledge.
April 17th, 2 days after the accident.
Oh my
It set
God.
out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies.
This is so silly. The idea that people just, I know that off the top of my head, and I know it's true.
The Atlantic that far north
Oh.
was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
This part
Anyway,
is
the
actually
bodies they
true.
pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
All right. I will say that even if it was, it's great that it is true. No one would just know this off the top of their head and be like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about."
I'm sure like some
Of
college
course.
professor who specializes in the Titanic would know about it.
Yeah.
This isn't a very
There are
nice
6
story.
bodies, of course.
So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water.
Mhm.
Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
Oh.
A coffin?
You mean a sarcophagus?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight.
Okay.
The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so ungated.
Okay.
Inside, they found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman.
Oh. So we talked a little bit
About the Egyptian priestess on the Titanic.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is
The specifics is new.
yeah, like the picture I think is also.
Yes, the picture's
Her
new.
hair was thick and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike,
And
she
that
looked like she
was
might wake up any
Lotus.
minute.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
fair.
She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was...
The girl in the coffin.
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually, but weeks passed and nothing happened.
We didn't want to put her on ice like she could be,
Yeah, like
a
preserve.
valuable piece of history, but nah,
A
let's
month
just let her
passed,
melt.
and another. It was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice.
Sorry, I definitely thought June had said this earlier for some reason.
That's so silly.
Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
No, she gave the actual name
Of the priestess? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why?
I really thought she just like mentioned it in passing.
Well, she up and disappeared.
Oh.
One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't.
So I assume these are both the same thing, but I guess I don't know that for sure.
What about the priestess?
Alice and the priestess.
You could assume that
Yeah.
fairly,
They both-
just because they're almost the exact same
They're
story.
both sarcophagi
Guy
found on the
with
Titanic.
frozen women in them.
Yeah.
They say someone snuck
That
into
didn't
where they were
melt.
keeping her
Yeah.
and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. And after a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you can find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Nobody wrote that in a history book though, so don't even go looking for it, okay?
The internet.
Wait,
I don't know.
you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship,
Now, why the hell would you say something like that?
because I know.
And just what is it you know?
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
Okay.
All right, tell me.
What
What
happened?
happened to Alice?
I'll bite.
She was bought by the crazy guy who bought this boat.
Seven nodded slowly and took on the look of a man recalling something long buried.
I am that crazy man.
Well, Around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world.
Right.
I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain.
You were right.
Of course.
You've heard that name before, right?
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic sister ship?
Yeah, that's him.
Can't get
Although
over
I guess he hadn't
Gigantic,
done
can
that
you?
yet.
That's so dumb.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hit Alice somewhere on the Gigantic.
Now, see, that's a logical leap that doesn't fully line
Nobody
up.
knows
but all
where.
right.
He died in 1931.
Yeah, alright.
Apparently, he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden.
She could have been not on the boat.
However, well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
Cool.
Okay.
This is some Indiana Jones shit at this point.
Sure. So, she's in a small room past a library beneath the center. Okay.
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Barely.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Seven threw his hands up in defeat. Honestly,
So that's it.
impossible.
Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic.
I believe the sky is green.
Oh,
I believe
shit,
it.
I believe that.
In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Or Jubei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim.
Clover comes in.
Like, where the hell did you assholes go? Jubei was trying to figure out what on earth he was gonna say next. Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Ugh.
Hey, what are you two doing over there?
2.
Stop wasting time and get over here.
You've been talking in there
Okay,
for 20
okay, we're
fucking
coming.
minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
4 hours.
Seven looked at Junpei.
Yeah, so
You both
anyway, that's
blow
the
up.
story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, bro. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room.
Alice. Huh.
Jimmy was left behind to ponder what he just heard. He tried to remember what June had told him earlier.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story
Thanks,
says
girl.
that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic. Even
no,
though
June
it was
does it
carried
again.
through the desert,
Even when she's not with you,
body
she's
never
with you.
melted.
She's with me
Don't
in
worry,
spirit.
you don't miss Acorn Kimberly one bit.
I love Acorn Kimberly. Ugh. Devastating.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice?
No.
Did the
Come on,
water in her
Junpei.
body become Ice 9?
I mean, maybe.
Honey, you're allowed to
No,
make
that-
some
that's
lights and
nuts.
lodge. Okay.
No, it can't
There's no
be.
way somebody like that could exist.
There must be a second sarcophagus that was on the Titanic that then was recovered and had the same exact thing going on.
Jubei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. Get the fuck out of there! No, don't go back in!
I just want to see the flavor text.
Jubei, where the fuck are you going? You
Let's go
stupid
again.
bat. Nothing out there's a numbered door.
They don't even tell you all the numbered doors, so one-way deal. So, you're saying there's no point in going back there, huh?
And they're nodding. Awesome.
There's the operating room. It's locked. There's no reason to go back. We need to figure out where we're going to get out of here.
I think if you back up, yeah, you go the other way. Oh.
Locked. Alright.
Mind?
Time to put all the body parts on the table.
Not that one, yeah. There you go. You like,
Boop. I
oh,
lost
can you, maybe you need to, can you put the torso on first?
do I have to combine them together first?
Oh, maybe. Like, can you combine? Oh, can you combine it with the arm? Oh, why not?
Make me do it in order?
We must be missing something.
Missing the legs.
Yeah, we also don't have any legs. We only have. Maybe another key. Oh, Oh wait, can we wait, go try the door with the key equipped. Sorry. There we go. Oh god. Okay. This hallway sucks. Ah! Oh.
Paper. What's this? Got medical record. New thing added to the file screen. Nothing up in the drawer. Type in the drawer. What is that? What is that?
File. The medical record.
Oh.
Sometimes you'll get, like, documents.
Okay.
Are you ready for a Wii puzzle?
Thin guy, I guess. Well, thankfully she's not any decibels. Makes it real easy. Okay.
No, those are just tutorial ones.
What are you doing? Don't want to get out of here.
But I'm tired.
A long chair. Not a lounge chair. A
long chair. Oh, that's a way out.
Oh, 20 budge.
Can you get the exit?
No. It only has that symbol on it. What's this? Light switch? Doesn't even work. Light switch does not work. Symbol engraved on the keyhole.
Jupiter symbol.
Wasn't this Jupiter symbol engraved on the keyhole of the other door?
The door at the end of the hallway with all those rooms.
Maybe this door and that door use the same key?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh.
Ray light going through the speaker.
And it's hitting the thing on the right.
Light.
White light on top is glowing.
Yeah, there's a red, blue, and purple one still on red. Alright, let's give it a red. Or, yeah,
It's turned red.
okay, about that. Did you hear that just now? Oh.
Wait, no, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah.
Right.
Leg. Leggy.
The medical mannequin. I guess it's a woman's foot. Damn. Doesn't look hot at all.
You got a thing for her feet?
No, that's crazy.
Sure, act shady.
What did you say? Alright.
Okay. Will it like do the blue and the red together?
I mean, it'll probably let me
It
do
dumps the whole thing in.
That's really funny.
Blue now.
Heard some other noise. And then
And you can wait. Make sure you open it. Yeah. Just in case it locks again like an asshole. You close it? Yes. Purple.
Combine with red liquid and
Good.
blue
Yeah,
liquid.
we did that.
Purple.
Good job, Junpei. Purple light came on. I heard it unlocked. I'm sure it's unlocked. The locker with the purple plate has got to be unlocked.
Alright,
So
that
excited, purple.
happens, Sesame Street gang.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's a good nose.
It does kind of look
From
like
this
a
angle.
nose.
Alright.
It's a really big nose.
That's no nose. It's a stomach.
Oh, stomach.
Hey, that ain't drunk, kid.
Oh, I sink.
Sink. Nurses probably wash their hands in here before an operation. Suspicious here. Sink. Suspicious.
Alright, I think now we might have all the body parts.
Oh.
Maybe now we can do it.
Dude. Bed. Okay. Collected all sorts of body parts of the mannequin. So that was confusing, right?
Seems like it.
Like it. Let's see, give your parts back. Any objections?
Nope.
Agreed. Let's get started. Combine. Great.
Hey, nothing happened.
That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight.
Wait.
Yeah, well, you know how there's a scale inside a bed? Maybe we need to get the scale to a specific number. How are we gonna do that? We're supposed to swap our body parts with John's. Wild, but okay.
Oh.
Let's give it a shot. Operating instructions. Screen was played.
Split two medical mannequins. You can switch their body parts by selecting the part you want to switch out. Alright, have fun.
Oh, it doesn't let me access my.
Oh,
notes.
no. It probably would on the DS. Here, I can. Here, do you want to take a picture of it?
Okay, so 51.3, 63.2. Sure, let's take a picture of it.
The disadvantages of no DS system.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
51.3.
How do you want to do this? Okay, so the. Oh.
I got it.
Picture!
Hey, Jumbo, I heard something. Nailed it.
Oh
I'm
my
the
God.
best
What
at
did you
puzzles. I swapped every body part.
I thought it was gonna be a little more challenging than that.
I think I didn't swap the heart or her right arm, but I swapped everything
That
else.
was ridiculous.
I think I've done that multiple times in these little puzzle games. I start clicking. I think it was in Skyrim. I told you this story.
That's supposed to work.
Where in Skyrim there's the claw that
Yeah,
like if
the
you
claw
look at the
puzzle.
claw, it tells you what the puzzle is supposed to be, and like the answer to the puzzle with the wheel. I would always solve it by like looking at the wheel and being like, huh. Randomly click the wheel a few times, put the claw in, and it opened every time first try. I remember something being like, that's not the, I think you told us like that's not the way they work. I'm like, oh, I thought you just like pretty
No.
animal symbols and whatever. Like, so funny. Dude, I heard something. Came from John's operating table. We should go check it out.
I cannot believe that happened.
That's so funny. I'm just the best at puzzles. John. Huh? A limited scale.
Ah, the key!
Hey, it opened. Oh, I get it. It must open because we matched John's weight to the way on
Yeah,
the chart.
that's what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did. Jupiter key. Alright, symbol grab that key. Isn't that the Jupiter symbol? That means... Yeah, we got it. Do we get to keep the purple?
Yeah, I guess for fun.
Well,
Oh, it's purple liquid in it. Purple!
nice.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Get
No, it's that way. It's that way. It's in here. There it is. That door.
Hey, hold on.
Well, Jubei stopped, about to put the key in the doorknob.
Oh, what's up?
Where's Clover?
Huh?
She was right here.
The room's not that big, guys. Jubei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be
Oh,
seen.
God damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Just playing
Sure
with the
thing.
body parts.
Jubei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. She hadn't been standing up and breathing. Jubei might have thought she was dead.
Junpei is a lunatic.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
Asshole. Wasn't the best joke, but it was something. An attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly her mouth opened and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
he probably is.
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Oh, okay.
Weird conclusion, but alright.
But like, I don't
Sure.
know. Suddenly the operating room felt very, very cold.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
Don't say that to her.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with you?
And he starts
He
shaking
gave
her.
her a small shake, but she still didn't respond.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
The silence grew heavier. Junpei, what are you gonna do?
Give her the four-leaf clover.
You have the bookmark.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he'd been given earlier.
Who gave me this?
Santa.
Oh, okay.
Santa gave it
Yeah,
to
no,
you.
I don't care. If June gave this to me, I'd be like, oh, I want to keep
No,
that.
Santa gave it to you.
pocket
Remember, he gave
somewhere.
his whole speech about how he
Here it is.
hates fucking love and
Yeah, and
luck and bullshit
yeah,
like that.
A complete lunatic. Here you go.
He reached into his pocket and dug it out.
It's because, you know, it matches your prison name.
A four-leaf clover.
Santa had given it to him in the second classroom. Second classroom?
Yeah.
He held it out to Clover.
This is a school. It's actually
Yeah,
been
I
wrong
just started, I was
for
like, that's not the correct cadence to read that.
Here you go.
Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something. Hope,
Death,
faith,
destruction.
love,
Yeah.
and luck.
Your brother's dead.
Yeah.
That's what a
Dead
four-leaf
brothers.
clover stands for. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm.
Your brother's dead. He pressed the four-leaf clover into her hand.
She dissolves into a pile of goo.
Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope.
Despair!
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
And, you know,
If you can
be
remember
lucky.
all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
Some nonsense that you just ad-libbed, but good job.
Yeah, it was
Snake,
kind of nice.
I mean, your brother, he's not dead.
He's just sleeping. Forever.
He's alive somewhere. I'm sure of
Don't
it.
fucking gaslight
You've just
her.
gotta believe in that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case.
Clover stared at the four-leaf clover in her hand. You could see tears start to form at the corner of her eyes. This is the ugliest
Thank you.
bookmark I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is horrible. Where'd you get it? It's a re-gift.
Yeah. Her voice was well, to be fair, Santa did tell you to give it to her.
Oh, did he?
He said maybe you can give it to what's-her-face later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. I mean, he didn't, like, tell you to give it to her, but he, like, picked it up and was like, maybe that bitch would like it, because it's a clover.
Right.
I think. I'm pretty sure he said that. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket that more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small, wet circles on the floor.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief.
Jumpy.
She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage.
Now come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
Still, she didn't move.
Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
What do you think when you hear the word experiment?
Science?
For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him aside from the dictionary definition.
What?
Oh. I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the four-leaf clover.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk, but you are making less than no sense right now.
That's so mean.
That is mean
Oh,
thing to
no, no,
say.
no. It's nothing. Just forget about it.
Oh, don't
Forget
do
about
that.
it.
You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
Clover looked away. Four-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke.
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
We called it the experiment.
Really?
Really?
I can trust you, right?
Of
No.
course you can.
Clover slipped the four-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago.
What?
Wait. On this ship?
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost.
Okay.
He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best he thought to save them until after she had finished.
Yeah, get rid of one of those and you'll have the game.
That's true.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Okay. I have a vague memory of you telling me a little bit about this part.
Fields that you can't see?
You'd heard something like this before. Clover nodded.
Like, think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin, but not that many parts to be honest
This is
with
John,
No,
right?
it's most. It's all of them but the heart and the
you.
arm.
Oh, just kidding.
But is he really John?
Are you ready for the fucking ship Theseus?
I was gonna say, is this gonna be the ship of Theseus right now?
Huh?
All Junpei could think was she has finally completely lost it.
Isn't this like Locke's socks?
What? Is Locke's socks? Is this worse ship
Or
of
the
Theseus?
ship of Theseus?
There we go.
Uh,
Junpei grew even more confused. He'd never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You haven't heard of the ship of Theseus?
You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
They're not paradoxes.
No?
Junpei shook his head.
Really?
Clover laughed at you.
Okay,
you
well,
fucking
pay
idiot.
attention then. This is how Locke's
You're getting
socks
lectured by a
works.
16-year-old.
Great. Is
Let's
she
say
16?
I've got a
I don't
pair
know,
of
I think she's
socks.
that.
They're my favorite socks.
I just made that up.
Then you patch them, then another part rips,
Yeah,
you patch that.
it's the same as the ship of Theseus.
One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Throw it away. Yeah, no, I mean, what would you do?
I mean, for the
Are you gonna
sake
play
of
along
the
with the narrative?
I'll
well,
play
I
along.
guess I'd patch it up, get some cloth, and close up the hole.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Hey, God, jeez.
Another patch, I guess?
At a certain point, I'd throw them away. Let's be real right now.
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
Well, that's tough.
Take a s-
I love Junpei's voice acting.
So, I feel like with the ship, this one doesn't work nearly as well as the ship of Theseus.
Don't worry, I'm sure they're gonna give it. They're gonna do the ship of Theseus next, so don't worry
Right.
about it.
This one, I feel like as soon as you patch the original sock, a sock isn't a ship. You don't have the same sock anymore. You have a different sock that has
That's
a patch
fair.
in it. Like, it feels different. But
Junpei
with like
crossed his
a
arms.
boat, you know.
So, that's the Lock Socks thing?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it.
And a lot
There
more
it
The
is.
ship of
reasonable.
Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship
This
and
is the
built
part
another
that's
one
interesting.
somewhere else?
Yeah,
Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus?
they both have the ship of Theseus. It's not a paradox.
The one you repaired,
It's just a
or the one
just
you
a
built with all the
thought.
original
Yeah.
It's a thought
parts?
experiment,
thought
I
experiment.
guess.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys.
No.
Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
Completely different. The head is the only thing that matters.
Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover been right. It was just like Lock,
No.
Stocks and the Ship of Theseus. Just like it.
No,
Shut up. Just
if you
like
got
it.
a brain transplant, that's someone else.
I mean, pretend it's not a person. We're talking about it as if it's a
No,
mannequin.
we're talking about a mannequin right now. That's what you're trying to extrapolate these two completely different thought experiments onto a person. I refuse. Absolutely not. You could replace everything but your brain.
The part of the body that holds a
it'd be
person's
fine.
identity is the head.
Thank you.
Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom had held that a man's identity resided in his heart or any number of internal organs.
We have since learned better.
And here they had both.
John's head and heart are both his, but apart from those and a single arm, the rest of his body was once Lucy's.
Sniped that.
Is that mannequin really John?
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
She pulls off
Yeah,
her.
she
pulls
has
off her
your body
sleeves,
parts now.
And she's just stitched together body parts. We're just like them, right, Junpei?
You're like,
Think
whoa.
about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die and new ones are born. Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right?
Okay, Queen.
You're getting down to a molecular argument. DNA remains the same and splits itself over and over again, and then, it deteriorates over time. But,
I think she's just talking cells here.
well, even cells. I'm not stealing cells from the cow
No.
or from a fish. The cells are duplicates of one another.
That's how we're all connected.
Alright.
Through fields that can't be seen with the naked
Sure,
eye.
Queen, go off.
Literally everyone believes in this nonsense, except for Junpei.
Yeah, Junpei's like, what? My house was broken by 7.
Hey, what the hell is taking you two so long?
We got to talk for 20 minutes in the other room,
Yeah.
so 7's head appeared in the doorway.
We can include him in this.
No, she doesn't want to tell anyone else.
Alright.
How long are you gonna
not
make me
happening.
wait? We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she did tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of 7.
Okay.
7 seemed to catch on.
Oh? What were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were just
Just...
Talking about the ship of Theseus. That's not a secret.
Yeah.
playing with the mannequins.
Nope, that made it worse.
Let's go, Junpei.
That made it worse. Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed towards the exit. 7 stared after her, then turned to Junpei with an amused expression.
Playing with mannequins, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei.
You're a dick.
Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out of the door.
Great.
You're a dick.
You're a dick.
With a short laugh, 7 followed. They stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
The Junpeter.
Yep,
You don't need to
you
keep
got
asking,
it.
just do it, alright?
Stop asking if you need to open
Fine then.
doors.
Preparing to fast forward. Fast forward.
He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. Babe, guess what?
More darkness. Did I find
The
it?
door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple white hallway.
It's Melanchthony.
I don't see white hallway. It's dark over there.
Melancholy?
Yeah, okay. Thanks, babe. There was no fanfare or confetti, unfortunately.
Don't worry. There's gonna be something else.
Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them.
Oh, someone's gonna be there to applaud them.
They simply walked through the door.
All
That
right,
was it.
let's get going.
Hey, man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy, get a little excited?
Get jazzed.
Not
All right,
really.
fam, let's go. Junpei turned away from 7 and took his first step down the simple white hallway.
Darkness.
Babe. What? Oh my god, where's the...
Brother,
Where's
might
the you
be
found
dead.
it?
I'm going to be next.
Stop talking about shit. Clover told him only a few minutes before her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him just in
Like
case he
hell
forgot
I
again.
can. Not after hearing something like that.
No, you found it!
You found it! I found it!
You found it.
Hooray.
Alright, do you want, I don't remember, honestly, what happens now. Are you tired, or do you want to go a little further?
We can get a little bit further.
Okay, they left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
Final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither 7 nor Clover.
Jumpy!
Oh,
Huh?
your girlfriend!
Hey, it's June.
He spun around. He saw someone running towards him from the other end of the hallway.
She was holding a knife.
You've been stabbed. There were 3 people coming towards Junpei and his companions.
June? And Santa? And Lotus too?
None of you died.
They
Great.
pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
A door.
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right.
Okay.
The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the
A
ship's
map.
interior?
Oh, another
It
map.
says sea deck.
Ah, sea deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they
Guess
both eventually
what?
end up at this hallway.
So does door 3.
Yeah, weird how that shit works out.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wall. There's this door too. This is door 3.
Oh, that's door 3? Okay. Well, I guess you could go through this.
You could
door
go through
to
there,
get
so
here.
it still does end up, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh,
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
yeah.
Back into the
They
hospital.
moved as one for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
Didn't take it off the wall. He pulled
Right.
the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. We need a group vote to open
Great.
every door. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. Sliding
Differently
door.
out of everything else.
They poured through the doorway and into the room.
It was
Even
this
without
time.
looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back.
Fuck.
In
Different
the hospital
perspective,
room.
Well, you came in the other direction.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6
good,
of you
you're
split
fine
into
now.
2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8.
I gave myself drugs.
Unless he knew this would happen. I don't know how he would.
I don't know.
Oh, well, I guess if you knew the construction of the ship, you'd know that these doors would then filter back out into this room. And so by taking yourself out of the equation, you force
Or-
them to go through 7 and 8.
Potentially, I mean, he didn't say this, but he could have come to the same conclusion that 7 did. That they weren't gonna be split up permanently until you get to door number 9.
That's true.
He didn't say that, which would have been reasonable to do, but, you know, he could have come to the same conclusion.
That's true.
You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
Just like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed his brain was working as well as ever. He managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good
Okay,
enough.
maybe he didn't know. Maybe I'm talking shit. 7 smiled.
Anyway, I say we get out of this
I think
creepy old
Seven
place.
thought that the groups that went through doors would be
Yeah,
back.
I would not come back, so that makes
There's-
sense.
Yeah, there was no guarantee that you would backtrack.
Yeah.
Except there kind of was a guarantee you'd backtrack because both the elevators and the doors with the symbols on them, you have to go access them at some point, so.
We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep it
the
on.
solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too. Here, the Earth key.
Oh, you've seen that before, too. Notice I got a still form. Ew, key with an earth symbol
I
on
might
it.
lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it.
Where'd you
That
dig
way it won't
this
be my
out?
fault if it
Or
gets
tis.
lost.
Yeah. On it.
With that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
Ah, we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did have another one.
The Jupiter
the
key
one
that we
shot.
found in the operating room. The Saturn
Oh,
key
you're right.
card we found in
That
the
was
kitchen.
in the kitchen.
Did you guys not get one?
And the Earth key
I
Lotus
guess
just
they did
gave
get
me.
another one.
Sucks.
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs,
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. The face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room.
But it'll have a
There's no
key in
point
it.
to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except for at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his
Yeah,
breath.
you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then.
Why?
I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So, Seven, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head.
Okay.
I mean, that works.
Sure.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be.
I don't know
So
if there's
I'm going
another
with
way to
you,
get
huh?
her through.
Yeah.
You would need 8.
It would
So
be.
it could be Santa and
she's
you.
4, so it'd be me and Santa. Yeah. And I guess we could also. Yeah. I mean.
Yes, you are.
We can include 2 more that add up to 9 as well. We could do Ace and Lotus as well.
Yeah. Well, Ace is already going.
Well, what I'm saying is he wouldn't. If it was
I
me.
got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get.
Alright.
So it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 discover what lay beyond door number 3.
Right.
Okay, we're heading out.
Weird that I didn't get a choice here.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the
Okay, we're off.
The door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped from it. 6, 7, 8. Exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
What do you mean, where are we going? Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Gonna go open the door.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
Oh. Sorry.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
So if I'm doing this, does it show my face? No.
No, it's just when the escape room part starts.
Got it.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Hooray! Inside was exactly what he'd expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
We have the Earth
We have
key.
the Earth key, and also the
Of
other
course
key.
there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
Junpei pulled 2 things out of his pocket.
The
I think
Saturn
these are here
key
too.
card.
Mm-hmm.
And the Earth key? I'm lost.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, he really is.
You're big stupid. Santa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, Junpei took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember?
Explain it to him like he's 5.
Yeah,
And next to the elevator,
Oh.
there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left,
That was the Earth.
there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it.
Wow.
So the 2 keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck.
Good job, champ.
Huh.
Mhm.
Yes, that's right.
Hooray!
June smiled, pleased with herself.
You found it.
So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into 2 teams?
Why?
Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you 2 can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds
Fine.
good. Then you guys should take this key.
I kind of want to search the Earth one, but fine.
Why? Just cause?
Well, just because I feel like I wouldn't want to get in an elevator without having searched all the normal rooms.
That's fair. I mean, they decided that their initial search should be brief.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these.
It's just
so
a
don't go too
scouting.
far.
It's a
Just
recon
search for 10
mission.
minutes and come back.
Plan decided the 2 teams split it up.
Split it up.
Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
There's a card reader next to the left elevator.
Splat up.
Then let's
Mm-hmm.
try out the Saturn key card.
And it didn't work.
Great.
A light in the
It looks
upper
like
left
it's
corner,
working now.
however.
All right, now how do I call the elevator?
There's a single button to the right of the elevator door.
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
I love that
there's no
everyone's
up
calling
button.
it that.
Yeah.
Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
Old metal arms.
It opened! Look, Jumpy!
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
I hate the interior. of this.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks like an Iron Maiden.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped towards the open door. As he was about to step foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait!
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was really at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of?
I'm scared of elevators.
June was probably afraid of... I believe you should pick the first one.
Should I?
Correct? Wait, I want to make sure that this is it, right? Okay, everybody came for this part.
Okay,
We
great.
gotta. I was gonna say we should stop here, but now we can't. You gotta pick the first one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Great.
Please pick number one.
Alright, I picked
For
number
a little
one.
thought, Junpei decided she had to be nervous about being locked up in such a small space alone with a boy.
Well, we will be all alone in here.
Ah.
In a way, it was kind of cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Still, even though it wasn't exactly roomy in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another. Unless...
Yeah, unfortunately for Junpei.
At least they didn't have to be. Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but think how innocent she was.
Jumpy?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's not important. Come on, let's go.
Again, he stepped towards the elevator. And again, he felt himself restrained.
I said wait a minute.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never,
Been in an elevator before.
you know.
It's your first time?
She'd never been in an elevator with a man alone before?
Good.
Even so, she still seemed awfully alarmed.
I might get wet
What?
down there. I'd get soaking wet.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I forgot how quickly
That's the way it works.
Oh my god. That's the way it works.
I mean, I've never heard of anyone getting soaking wet somewhere else.
Oh my god. He's dumb. He's so stupid.
That's true.
Why did she say that's true?
You don't mind
Mind what?
getting wet?
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably, like it.
Gosh, Jumpy, you're so brave.
So brave.
Really? I mean, I kind of think any guy would do the same thing, you know?
Would you do the same thing?
I mean, go down the elevator with you?
With with Acorn Kimberly?
Yeah, with Acorn Kimberly? Oh, I thought you were saying with you.
Oh, don't put me into this.
Are you afraid, babe? To go down the elevator alone? With a
With
man?
a man?
What
Never done
happens,
it before.
happens, right? I mean, if you get the chance, you just gotta go for it. That's what a man is supposed to do.
Is it true?
I
Oh
guess.
my god. I mean, that's clearly it's what a man's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I guess.
You're so cool, Jumpy. I really admire you.
That doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you ought to admire someone for.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you've never done
Oh
it
my
before.
god.
I just can't even imagine the voice actors doing this.
Yes,
So
So-
silly.
I don't think I'll be able to last very long.
Alright.
And then it'll be over.
Okay. At that point, I feel like there's clearly she's twisting words on purpose. Like, there's no way that this could continue at this point.
Over?
Yes,
Uh,
I'll go to heaven.
I'll be dead.
Heaven?
It feels kind of like you're floating in space, and your mind gets all fuzzy,
Oh my
like when you pass out. At least that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Death.
Yes, I've heard
No,
that too.
not death.
Oh, sorry. Being in an elevator alone
With a man.
Although
Yeah.
I don't think the same thing happens to guys.
What?
Huh?
We breathe underwater.
But it would happen to men too, wouldn't it? It would happen to anyone. Once it gets into your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't go inside the man. I mean, generally.
Yeah, I mean...
There's
Yes,
so many other
it
questions.
does. Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really have a choice. Your body will force you to swallow some of it. Eventually.
Let's go.
What are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. I'm not going to do anything to you.
But your body will force you to swallow some of it.
I'm just saying that that's what happens. It's a psychological reaction to what you're experiencing.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah,
Is it like natural? Is that what's natural for living beings?
apparently.
How's he been mistaken all these years?
Oh my god.
And he misunderstood life so gravely? The thought terrified him. June seemed to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's mounting confusion and terror.
I know most men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes. Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs. Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore. And you'll start to feel that floaty feeling as you pass out.
Oh.
Oh. I love that they both like read that into it because the only lines given there were ...
Yeah.
That was all them.
Good. I just love
Oh.
Oh, I'm done. Okay.
Okay, I'm scared. June, back away, honey.
I mean, great for the voice actors
Yeah.
going nuts. But I feel like she was very much participating with this.
Finally,
film.
Junpei understood. He understood what June was trying to say and why she was so scared.
The fear of going underwater and dying.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't last very long.
See?
She was afraid that the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks. Which flooded.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Not full
So
water.
good.
So, take a look
It's
inside.
such a long innuendo.
Oh yeah.
It's not wet at all,
So
is it?
silly.
The walls and even the
Everyone
floor are
was
totally
waiting.
dry.
They knew we were. I thought it was coming up, but I wasn't confident.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Tested.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
Mystery solved. Pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. 999. How many lines can you keep in innuendo going, Danganronpa? I get like 3 or 4. You are a baby. Watch this.
Yep.
We were there for 5 minutes.
We'll keep it going for as long as your attention span remains with us.
That could have gone longer. The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. Bye. I like elevators with the little cage on the outside.
Yeah.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
A few moments later, the elevator returned.
Are we gonna say that only D deck is flooded, but you can still get to
Not a
E
single
somehow?
drop of water to be seen. See?
Perhaps that might be exactly what we're saying.
That's-
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit.
So silly.
June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of
Bitch,
water?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E-deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured.
Sure.
We'll go with that. That's fine.
Alright.
Here, let me show you.
He pulled out his notebook and a pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see.
Good job, babe.
So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of
Thanks
the
for
inside keeps it all
labeling
from
the
filling
ocean.
with water?
What? This diagram
This is D-deck.
doesn't help at all.
Yeah, D-deck is here.
the ocean. The D-deck's the
They
ocean.
just didn't. He didn't include like.
Alright. Okay. Alright.
There's
Yeah,
no
I
D-deck
think that's what's going
door.
on.
This is the
There's
shape
no-
of the boat. There's no other
that's
deck.
how the boat looks.
That's just the boat right there.
But you were on D-deck.
No, that's that's the ocean.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, we're on sea.
Jubei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, all right?
What? Wait,
But
you can't be in an
Come on,
elevator with a
just
man.
do it, all right?
He gave Jude's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped down to the elevator. He
After
pushed
all,
the E button and the door began to close.
he couldn't be in an elevator alone with a man.
June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision, when suddenly,
I'm coming with you.
she's jumping in.
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Hey, wait!
Oh no, now we're alone in the elevator with a
Oh,
female.
no.
Junpei jabbed his finger against the open button, but it was too late. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh, crap. It closed.
Sure.
The door had shut and he and June were in the elevator and it was headed down to E-deck.
That's fine.
He was so surprised by June, he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on E-deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
Jeez. Jeez Louise.
The elevator stopped and the door split open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
It's the prison.
It looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Aww.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't
She
flooded.
was being
Come
careful.
on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then I love her. Exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
Way to be prepared, Queen.
Yep.
But there's a whole lot of water.
Junpei would have
Yeah,
died.
right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
We'll die.
Yeah.
Junpei thought about that for a moment.
Well, we'd probably get really wet up there.
Huh?
Nice.
At any rate,
Keep it
we should
going.
probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe.
Definitely can't fit through them. In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening.
Well,
He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
it looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end.
I can't make it
Stop
out.
I can't
Is
make it
that-
out.
Let's check.
Guys, you can see it from here.
Oh my god.
Guys, Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog, because Lord knows we can't make it out from over here. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written. Oh shit! It's
Oh my
6.
god, it was a 6.
Oh my
I knew
god!
it.
I knew it.
This is a numbered door.
We had to get close.
It's a lowercase b. Or a half note.
Or an upside down 9. It's a 9.
You're right.
But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
The can't.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall. Fucking
Is this
nice.
the map for E-deck? I should take it with me.
Stealing all the maps.
Yeah. Why is he carrying everything?
Huh, so you guys found door 1.
Okay. Now might be a good place to stop.
Okay.
This would probably be good before we get into the shit.
Okay.
I'm kind of operating on blind faith on where to stop on these because I don't remember. Clearly, as evidenced by the fact that I didn't remember. Okay, wait. Can we save and then can you can we look at the flowchart actually?
Okay.
I didn't.
Where would I?
Go into the menu again. Hello? All right, there we go.
Cool.
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Neat.
Because
All was left.
they didn't have this in the main game. In the first version. This looks like the VLR flowchart.
Okay. All was left. Let's see if I snipe the left choice
Maybe.
somehow again.
I don't know what that one is.
This one?
This one, yeah.
Strange.
Like, what is that?
Mystery choice.
Alright, who's got a raid message for the elevator? Somebody's gotta have one. And also a raid target, if, anyone's got one. Yeah, I don't know what that one is, because obviously we know our next two doors, but... Well, what are we gonna do? Is there gonna be another door? Because we have 6 and 1? Love in an elevator.
Yeah, 6 and 1.
6 and 1? Yeah.
Sure, that's fun.
Yeah, we can do that.
Get wet
We
down
cannot,
there.
Rosie, we cannot raid with get wet down there. It could be, I'm wet. Guys,
I do think get wet down there.
it depends on who we're raiding.
Yeah, that would be
We
hilarious.
could raid get wet down there with the proper target.
That would be so fun.
I cannot raid someone I don't know with get wet down there. You go to heaven.
Go to heaven.
Alright, who's streaming? Oh, whoops, I forgot it turns off. Turn the music back on. Now I can't see the chat. Okay. I will find a target, and then I will decide if we can raid with get wet down there. You could just do that, yeah, it is. Hang on, wait, I don't want to start. We could raid Noel with get wet down there. That would probably be fine. Is that inappropriate?
I mean, not
Is that too inappropriate?
It doesn't have any profanity.
Oh, fine. We can do it.
Perfect.
No, she has not played 999.
Oh, good.
I don't know if she knows about the elevator scene. Oh, so I think I've heard that before, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like with the witness testimony music. Maybe I can find it. Hold on, let me... Oops. Is that like an actual thing? God, I can't type when I'm all the way over here. I'm not in front of my... Oh, no, it's not a thing. It's just because I feel like I'd heard that before too. But you thought you came up with it? I thought I'd heard... Maybe I'm thinking of another 999 mashup. That might be a thing. Okay. I don't know.
If you're not comfortable with it, we could do Love in an Elevator. I think it would be pretty funny.
Maybe I'll name the episode Love in an Elevator, but maybe we can raid with Get Wet down there.
Alright, perfect.
And Rosie, you're taking the heat for it. Alright? Rosie, this was your idea. You're fine. Okay, we're doing it.
Heck yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna send you over to Noelle. I will... no more streams for me this week, but I will see what we're doing next week. I have no idea. Hopefully we can do 2 streams next week and do Baldur's Gate, or do a Baldur's Gate stream if Michael's busy. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Segway, I thought you weren't staying. What happened to that? I mean, I'm happy you're here. I just realized that right now. Okay. Cool. Did I do it? Okay, I did it. We're doing it. All right. Don't make me regret it, guys. If I go in there, and I swear to God, if I go in there and I say get wet down there by myself, I will never forgive you. Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.